because I do not bake. So I'm making these protein date balls because a lot of you guys have requested or asked me, what do you eat that's sweet whenever you want something healthy but you want something sweet? And my answer is usually, I don't normally want something sweet. I'm not like a super sweets kind of person, so I like to snack on chips or something like popcorn, like salty. So I don't really have sweet cravings, but I know like most people do. So I thought that I would create a recipe for you guys and create these little date balls. So this is only my second time doing it, and the first time was like, okay. So hopefully these turn out because I'm not a baker. So here we go. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's jump right in. So what I did was I pitted these dates. You buy the dates and you pit them and then you soak them in water overnight. So that's what I did. And then I poured out some of the water. You can keep the water in there if you want, but I just got some fresh water and I'm going to pour the dates in the Vitamix. So you can use a Vitamix or like any kind of blender or like a hand blender. You can do that. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of water, not a ton, because the last time I did it, I added too much water and then it wasn't as thick as I wanted. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so it's blended up pretty well. So that was 2 cups of dates that I put in and then just a little bit of water. And now I'm gonna scoop it out into my mixing bowl. So you don't want it to be super runny because you don't want the little balls to be super runny. You want them to be pretty chunky and have a good texture. This is why I don't bake, because it takes a lot of patience. It's really quite annoying. Okay, that's all done. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty thick and chunky. So next we're gonna add almond flour. This is just super fine natural almond flour, and you're gonna add about 2 cups of this, just kind of until it's a thick texture to where you want it to be. Now I'm going to just stir up the flour and the dates, and it's gonna make it a little bit thicker. So 2 cups of dates, 2 cups of flour. So I'm making these because people want like a healthy alternative to sweets. And yeah, it is a healthier alternative because it doesn't have a lot of preservatives in there or a lot of white flour. They are gluten-free if people need gluten-free. But, you know, sugar is sugar, and dates is a fruit and it's natural sugar, but it's still sugar. So even though you're eating something healthier, it's still sugar and adding sugar to your bloodstream. So yeah, it's healthier, but you don't want to like go overboard and be like, oh well, I can eat as many as I want because they're healthy. You can't do that, but it is a better alternative than going crazy with your Hershey's chocolate bars. So that's not quite as thick as I want it, so I'm gonna add another cup of flour. So there's a lot of variations of these date balls. There's like protein, energy bites. There's all kinds. If you Google like date balls, there's all kinds of different variations to this. Like you can use flaxseed, you can use all kinds of different flours and different types of things. So I'm using almond meal flour because I like almonds. It's a little bit better than using your refined white flour. This is messy and I do not like this. Okay. So now we're gonna add raw cacao powder. Whenever I say cacao, a lot of people are like, what the heck is cacao? Cacao is used to make chocolate, so it has a chocolate taste, but there's no added sugar to it. You add this and you get your chocolate taste, but you don't have sugar. So I would say about 1 to 2 tablespoons, kind of however chocolatey you want it. I'm just gonna kind of add it. We're also going to be adding some maple syrup as our sugary choice. You can use honey or you can use any kind of other like syrupy type things. Now this is natural sugar, but it is again sugar. So you're going to be adding this to give that little sweetness taste, about 2 tablespoons. To also give it a nice like creamy texture. Just get a good brand of maple syrup. A lot of the brands of maple syrup that's on the shelf isn't real maple syrup, so check the ingredients, make sure all it says is organic maple syrup. So we're also gonna add some cinnamon, however cinnamony you want it. Is that a word, cinnamony? And then Himalayan sea salt. You add this in. All right, so I'm gonna be adding in my collagen. I probably should have added it into the water mixture in the Vitamix, but I forgot. So that's okay, because it's still pretty liquidy in there. I'm gonna add 2 scoops of collagen. And this dissolves really easily, so it's not gonna taste like your typical like protein powders. You can really taste the protein in there. So collagen is my choice of adding in protein. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of coconut oil. This is just gonna add some fat to it, so kind of helps whenever you eat sugar, you wanna make sure that you add fat and protein to it because it helps stabilize your blood sugar levels and it doesn't spike your blood sugar. So we don't want that. We want our blood sugar to stay stable at all times. We don't want any spikes in the blood sugar. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some oats, and these are gluten-free oats, so you can get whatever oats you want. This is like the ready to cook oats. All right, so then I'm gonna add some nuts. This is, my nut of choice is pecans for this specifically because it has a sweet kind of taste. You can add any kind of nut you want. You can add almonds or cashews or whatever you want, but these are chopped up pecans. Make sure you chop them up. This just gives it a nice little crunch. That is tasty. I'm actually gonna add some coconut flour because it's still a little sticky and I want it to be more like solid. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of coconut flour. So this is unrefined coconut flour. I'm just adding things. I don't bake. I don't really know what I'm doing here. So it should be pretty hard to stir at this point. You want it to be pretty chunky. So now, line them up on your parchment paper. Roll it in the ball, and what I'm gonna do is refrigerate these so that they kind of get a little bit more firm. You can add shredded coconut on the top, all around them if you like coconut. If you don't like coconut, then you don't have to do that. These look good. All right guys, so that is it. That is my collagen date ball recipe. I'm not a baker, so if I can do this, you can do this. I'm super messy. That's why I hate baking, because you get so messy and it's just like, ugh. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be updated whenever I upload new videos once a week, every Friday. And leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you. And that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.